Dog fans, welcome to this week's edition of Hunker Down, Impact Media's weekly dive right through the hedges into the world of UGA football and the like and such. I'm your host, Jeremy, the Impact York. He is Jake, so-called Skinner. He's got other nicknames. I just decided to run with that one for some reason. But how are you, bud?
I'm doing good, man. It's a good day. It's been a little busy at work, but other than that, we're doing great. How about you? I know you were
Uh,
running for your life this afternoon.
yeah, I passed your house twice within an hour of being here today, and no, it was not on my way home. But yeah, I almost just dropped by when we did the live show there, but I needed to be here for something later, so it didn't quite materialize that way. But we are here to talk about that amazing win by the Bulldogs, where not quite as dominant of a showing as the Falcons had. Congratulations to them on that. By the way,
Very, very true.
this particular host of Falcon Zone called that 2 weeks ago, uh, but not to pat my own back or anything. No, I actually I initially just I was able to catch clips throughout the game, and then I went back and watched the game. And at no time did I really feel like Georgia was ever out of it. I thought they did let Auburn kind of hang around a little bit longer than I thought maybe they should, but overall, I think Georgia did what they needed to do with a potential SEC threat.
I mean, everything you said's true if it's the second half. That first half is a completely Georgia's a first second half team this year, like they kind of have been.
Absolutely.
And for the first time all season, I saw Glenn Schumann get aggressive, but it didn't. It took him a freaking half to get aggressive because I saw a stat line, and I'll see if I can pull this up on ESPN because I want to make sure that I say this correctly. Um, for some
Whoa.
reason, ESPN is not. Oh, yes, right. That's right. I forgot. It's the entire first quarter was gone on three drives. Um,
Yeah.
Georgia, Bobo didn't have a bad game. It just so happens that it just so happens that players were not executing, and I won't say it was talent, but there were some plays where guys were getting blown up, just not putting it together. And Georgia did what they had to do to go and win a football game. But the
Yeah.
second half, here's what happened: Georgia's defense kept Auburn to 5 plays, 17 yards, punt, or five, excuse me, on downs, 5 plays, 17 yards. Next drive, 3 plays, not minus 2 yards. Next drive, 3 plays, 6 yards, punt. 3 plays, 4 yards, punt. 9 plays, 25 yards, downs. That was it. The entire second half, Georgia shut them down because they got aggressive. Jackson Arnold couldn't keep up when Georgia threw something at him that he wasn't prepared for. Auburn starts fast. Everyone can start fast against Georgia because they know we're going to sit in base defense and not do anything. But you saw Georgia finally go man up and play some football on the second half. Good on job on the defense. I won't harp on them too much. I still see guys playing out of position. I still see like Raylan Wilson as good as he can be. He needs to be blitzing every play. Like he needs to be that Sam edge rusher, getting to the quarterback. That's his goal. He's so good at going downhill. Our We're not great at doing some of that stuff. Overall defense played good, not great, especially the second half. They played almost perfect. The offense is where I'm going to sit there and tell you that first half. I mean, they couldn't move. Like our leading rusher was once again Gunnar Stockton with 26 yards, and Chauncey Bowens had 4 carries for 5 yards, one touchdown, long of two, and he has a hamstring or a calf injury that was like a little dinged up from practice. But we kept running our slowest running back in Josh McCray on crucial downs. He's the
Yeah.
slowest back on the team. Rod Robinson's not getting any burn. I'm kind of glad we're not burning Cash Jones some of this because he's good but not great. And Nate Frazier can't be trusted to run a football without dropping it. So we do not have a true running back right now. We're kind of a committee again. It's not fun. It's not great. And once again, proving my point, Gunnar Stockton is not your quarterback. Zero touchdowns, zero picks, which is that's the good part of it. But 24 of 37 for 217 yards and a struggle to get there. He looked lost that first half. Now he took some shots. We don't win that game without him being there, so I will give him credit because he is
Yeah.
good at what he can do. But this offense is not what we thought. It's not what we
No.
want. And I mean, just every bit of it, like everything I've said. I could hash out and repeat and argue again, and you can hear me rant, and I'm not going to because there's no point. It's the same thing last week. It was the same the week before, and I'll say the same thing next week. Bobo, for at least I'll give Bobo his flowers begrudgingly. He was in his bag, especially the second half, but even in the first, he had some good play calls. It's just players not in position or were out there hobbled and injured. So to come out of this game and win, maybe we turned a corner. I'm hoping we turned a corner, especially with Ole Miss coming in. But it's I don't feel great going forward. The bar is set so low for me that anything is hey, we won. Well, we played, we won. Or holy crap, we suck. That's literally the range right now. So it is what it is. I can live with it. I know most all fans don't want to live with it either, but hey, win's a win. Despite all our faults, we could still make a playoff and actually maybe do something in the playoff.
You could wreck somebody at least in the
Exactly.
first round. And that may be it's crazy that Georgia Tech is actually that was them last year where they could wreck somebody's season, and that's actually where Georgia might top out this year. They could still win this thing. They got to change some stuff for sure, but I mean, Gunner may not be the the be all end all the A number one on the field, but he's pretty good at commercials. Have you seen that commercial he's in?
Now I just keep seeing the one with Arch and his glasses.
But that one's kind of weird too. Let me throw this out there too. I know, like I always say, you can't run somebody out of town without having some ideas on who you're going to bring in. And I know you want to run Bobo out of town so bad that you've actually rented a few vans already.
Yeah.
I saw that come through on the account. I don't mind that you put that on the expense account of
I'm just
Impact
letting you know
Media
I
because
did that one. I did not send one to State College, Pennsylvania. I'm not sending one there.
I didn't know if maybe you sent one to the Tennessee Titans facility that Brian Callahan got let go, and his dad would come across with him as well because he's like you fired my kid, I'm gonna leave your organization too. Real quickly, know enough about Brian Callahan to know if you'd want him to be a coach.
Um, I mean, he did some good things for the Bengals as a coordinator,
Yeah,
so I think he could be someone who would be interesting. I don't know enough about him to know whether or not he would
yeah,
be whether or not his system would fit Georgia, but I will say
yeah,
having Bill Callahan, um,
yeah.
having Bill Callahan coach your offensive line, I about to
That
say
solves
that's
two
not.
problems.
It solves two problems. I mean, I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, because he was the head coach at Nebraska for a few years, and they were decent during his 3 years, 4 years there.
Yeah,
I mean, most places he goes, his lines are good. So, I mean, I won't deny that if the only question I have would be would Georgia's nepotism laws allow son? That's the only question I have. Because if they do it, I say go get Bill Callahan to come in and be a coach as
yeah.
well, if they're both
Well,
willing to recruit.
but you guys can ask Jake. This is partly a game I like to play anyway. But anytime a coach is let go, whether he's offense or not, I like to shoot it in our group chat and say possible OC at UGA. But in this case, it's not bad. It's probably one of the better ones I've actually said.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I'm actually looking right now.
I said I got to familiarize myself enough because I don't know. Once you become a head coach, I kind of tune out what you did before that. So I got to kind of look back into what he did to get there, but I feel like he couldn't have been. I know he was with the Bengals, and that takes a lot. Just because, yeah, you got Joe Burrow, yeah, you got Jamar Chase and Higgins and all those guys, but none of them stay healthy. So you're constantly having to use the twos and threes and fours all the time in Cincinnati. So that takes a lot of work, and they were still putting up numbers.
Yeah.
So he can't be that bad.
No, true. Oh, side note, I just saw this stat. Um, so three major coaches have gotten fired in the past several years. Illinois fired Lovie Smith, Nebraska fired Scott Frost, and Penn State lost James Franklin. What do those guys have in common? Their last loss was to Northwestern.
Because
Northwestern are the Grim Reapers.
Northwestern is the KOD, the kiss of death.
At this point, absolutely.
Who's Northwestern got this week?
I, I honestly do not know. I'm just trying to. I know
Hold
we
on.
talked about Dilfer, but I don't even know if I want Dilfer there. I'd be fine with Franklin as a.
Did you hear who took over for him?
No, I did not.
I don't have it in front of me. Well, let's just find out. We got this little thing called the internet. Uh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, yeah, it's Alex Mortensen. He is his dad is Chris Mortensen of
The
ESPN
past.
fame.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
okay.
Alex Mortensen. And I was like, this is interesting. Let's see if the kid can coach.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that happening. I think it wouldn't be, I don't think it'd be a bad thing. And seeing him what he can do over there for UAB. I mean, Dilfer tried, but he's a high school coach slash analyst more than anything else. I think Franklin would be perfect if he doesn't want like like a Florida job or replacing down at Ole Miss or something like that.
Yeah.
If Kiffin were to go to Florida, I think that could be I think that'd be interesting to see. I'd like Franklin to be as an analyst at Georgia. At least bring him in quickly if you
Sure.
can to see if he would help some things, but at the same time, I'm so burnt out right now for some of this stuff. I'm just like I'm just making it.
I can tell you the next coach fired,
Who's
possibly.
that?
Northwestern is at home this week against Purdue. So Purdue is 2-4, and they're 0-3 in the Big Ten coming in. So there's a real chance that if Northwestern blows out Purdue, maybe Purdue fires their coach. And my goodness, in that case, get Northwestern off of my schedule.
Basically. Um, okay, so I just looked this up. Thank you to ChatGPT, but Callahan would not probably be someone Georgia would look for because he's going to throw the ball to run. Um, which
Well, no,
it's
right now that'd be great because your running backs are by committee and they're getting two
oh,
yards at a time. So let them throw the ball. At least you got receivers.
if Kirby was willing to go that route to like a Kiffin style where you want them to be that way, then sure. But I mean, he is part of the Shanahan family of offenses, so
Hmm.
I still think we either need to bring in a Monken disciple or bring in someone to change up the offense again and keep it fresh, or at least use the plays but do the best thing. Because right now, our entire offense is screen plays, a couple of runs, and maybe taking a shot across the middle every now and then. Because hello Noah Thomas for making a great grab that last game. About time we got to
Yeah.
see him. Not his fault. I really think we're just not utilizing his talent. But that being said, I'm going to bump us forwards because we could talk coaches all night to this coming week's game. Ole Miss. Georgia's a 69% favorite to win this game.
Are they?
3:30 in Athens. I
Okay.
mean, the reason why is it's Athens, and I mean, Ole Miss is good. Uh, I don't. If so, what someone would say was like they have a shot to win. Of course, they're actually leading the conference right now. They're tied with A&M and Alabama. But if Ole Miss is down by a touchdown at halftime, unless Georgia just struggles to they let them out there too early, I don't see how Georgia doesn't stop them in second half again. Because I don't that between that and if we can get back to running or do something with it, I don't think they can keep up with us for 4 quarters. I just don't think this team's built to last for 4 quarters against a team like Georgia, even when Georgia's having a down year.
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair point. Um, do keep in mind though to try to find that game. Wow, that is a 3:30 ABC. Ooh.
Like,
Do keep in mind though that Ole Miss is ranked number 5. You can say yay or nay if you like. If you think that's high or low or whatever, it doesn't matter. They are 6-0, and they are 3-0 in the conference. So that's a little bit to be
I'm
said there
again,
too. That
I mean
that
a little bit, but let's
beating
be
several
honest, they
people and
beat
not.
Kentucky.
Is
They beat
that who they
Kentucky
face?
by 1 score. And they struggled to that win. They beat a struggling Arkansas team by 6 points.
Yep.
They blew out Tulane. They beat LSU by 5, and LSU is good, not great. And they beat Washington State by 3.
Hey,
Washington
you're
State.
burying the lead though. I mean, they had to open the season hosting Georgia State. I mean, that's not easy.
Depends on the season. But yeah, again, I think they've got their wins. They've done a good job, but I
Yeah.
just don't trust Ole Miss the rest of the season because after Georgia, you got
Ooh.
Oklahoma, South Carolina, Citadel. Florida and Mississippi State at least. I'd say two losses
Oklahoma.
on the schedule with
Yeah.
Georgia. I'll go ahead and say it, Georgia and Oklahoma being the next two losses, and then they probably win out the rest of the way. Uh, Fringe playoff team. I just like I said, Georgia that second half. If we play for 4 quarters, I don't see any reason why Georgia's not winning that game.
Okay. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Screen went weird for a minute. There it goes. So, do you think it matters where and when this game is being played? I mean, I think it does give Georgia a little bit of a bump already just because they're playing at home. But do you think the 3:30 start helps them, or does it matter?
Kirby prefers 3:30 as much as I wish Georgia had night games. We only have like 20 something percent night games since the last 6, 7 years. Kirby prefers it because he gives him more time to recruit and spend time with players than a night game. I personally would love more night games in Athens. I think, and this is going to annoy some old heads out there, as they call them. Sorry, Dad, Paul, and everyone else. But Georgia needs to stop. I'm going to go ahead and go on a different rant this week. Welcome to Skinner's rant. But I'm going to go ahead and say it. Georgia needs to do something different with the stadium. There's not Our stadium is a great one, but it's very bland, very boring. I went to
Yes.
the last. The biggest problem is I know the Who is a classic great rock band. I like the Who, but our team running out on the field and our warm up fight song is Baba O'Reilly. 20 years ago, that was great, and as a dog fan and as someone who loves that song, that's great. But it's been 20 years. I may not be a big rap fan, but we've got too many talented artists in the Southeast, in Georgia that love the dogs. Rock, I mean, the B-52s, all that stuff. Like, I mean, not that we're going to play them, but like Georgia needs more atmosphere because LSU is one of the best at night games. Florida's great. Bama's gotten a heck of a lot better. But Georgia, when we have a night game, it's not a rowdy crowd unless we call our fans out. Because
Do you know what
why?
song they should use?
What's that? Who let the
Just
dogs out?
imagine.
No.
Yeah, the Baja Man. Why? I mean,
Nah,
just think.
it's I will
All right,
say
picture
this,
this.
30, 20 years ago when it came out, sure, 20
Oh,
something years
it's
ago.
still a killer song.
Yeah, but honestly, it would be leaning into it too much because I remember as a kid I wanted that, but as
Well,
again,
just think though. Like I said, the players they show the video, the dog walk. They're coming off the buses pull up. They get off, and you see them, and you get this kind of gladiator like music, and then it comes all the way to the head, and here they are at the gate about to come out, and you're watching the entrance right there where they come out, and then you hear "Who let the dogs out?" and place just starts rocking because
the
here
one
come the dogs.
the one I'll say this, and this is one because you've heard it, you know it might be old, but it works for sports and related stuff. But you need Archie Eversole and We Ready playing. I say
Not
you think
bad.
about
That's not bad.
you listen, I'm just saying to start the game off, quit playing the pop, Katy Perry, Miley's, Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor's. Nothing wrong with that music. Don't play it at the football game. But like Georgia, first off, get some hip hop, get some rap, get some harder rock, play some Nickelback, do something, get the crowd into it, have some fun with it. Let's play more, let's get upbeat. And if you don't like the music that's being played, don't worry, it's not the entire game, but like we got to have energy. And if we're still funding it, like, oh well, we don't want it because it's this, then don't be surprised we don't get any night games. Because why? No one we show up, but it's boring. There's no
Yeah.
energy. Like this is a college team. Let the college kids have their fun. Give the money to go play to go enjoy a football game, boosters. But realize just because you like Bob O'Reilly, you like hearing Green Day back in the day, doesn't mean we want to hear that all the time in a football game. I like Green Day, but I don't want to hear Green Day all the time in the middle of a stadium, depending on the moment. And
There
also,
are certain.
quit
I'm about to say
every time there's a TV timeout. Quit introducing, here's our teacher of the week. Who cares? Stop it.
that's just a
Keep the
college
energy
thing.
going. Pump the music. Play everything.
Yeah.
Tennessee don't do this. I got a friend who went to a game. He said, we didn't do anything between timeouts. We were pumping up the crowd. They were doing everything they could to keep the energy high. Do it.
Hmm.
You do that, you make it a lot easier for Kirby to be happy because then the rest of everyone else is happy to be there. But anyway, I'll get off that one because we need to pig our picks and get out of here tonight.
Yeah, we do. I know. I saw that timer go off too.
I'll say
Um,
this, your pick last week fell. I hate to tell you, but Utah blew out your Sun Devils.
yeah, they did. They yeah, and it's not looking any better for Arizona State. They host number 7 Texas Tech
Mm-mm.
this week. It just
No,
happens to be the game right after Georgia Ole Miss. So that's
be a fun one to
man,
watch.
I'm gonna have to say a prayer for my Devils.
Fair enough, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit you up with a game. It's gonna be
Yeah,
SEC, 7:30, ABC, the big one. Third Saturday in October, I believe is what they usually call it. It's Tennessee at Alabama.
it's gonna be good.
I'm done picking against Alabama right now. Tennessee's good, but they ain't great, and it's at home. So I think Kalen DeBoer will have that team winning this football game.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat with Alabama that it was almost back to um it was almost back to the Saban days that I kept picking against the Patriots, kept picking against Bama, and I kept getting crushed. Um, but as I always like to say, for UGA, Chaz Chambliss is not walking through that door. Nick Saban's not walking back through that door. And I like DeBoer. I think he's good. I think he's building it good. He's got his own twist on it, and that's great. I just think that in the same way that Alabama can walk into this field and get in their head, I feel like Tennessee is in Alabama's head right now, and I think Tennessee's going to
I'd
get the
love it.
stunner on this.
I'd love
I,
it.
I just I feel it.
All right, your turn to pick a game, my friend.
I almost picked that Sun Devils game, but I don't think it's going to go their way.
I think the one that comes on NBC and Peacock right at the same time as that Bama game is going to be a big one.
Yeah, I just come across that one too. Um, yeah, let's go that one. Let's go. 7:30 on NBC and Peacock. The 5-1 number 20 ranked USC Trojans going up to was that South Bend
Yep.
where they play? Going up to Notre Dame Stadium there to face the Fighting Irish at number 13. They're 4-2. Um, I'll be honest. I don't know a time that in my lifetime that Notre Dame has not been at least slightly more highly thought of or slightly more overrated. They're always thought to be better than they really are, and I think the
Mm-hmm.
USC Trojans are going to win this game.
Same. I'm sorry. Like, I'm looking at this right here, and Notre Dame has a 68.8% chance of winning this game. I don't think that's going to happen. Not when early, like again, it's media. When Miami and Texas A&M beat you, yeah, granted 4 points between two games, but when two ranked
Mm-hmm.
teams beat you and you haven't played a ranked team since, you're not winning it because Boise State's having a down year and Boise State still held them to 28 points. Yeah,
Jeez,
I think I'm good. I think I'll take USC in a close game. Here, I'll do this, of course. Close.
there's there's a couple other juicy games I'm looking at already. So what you got for your next one?
For my next, I'll see if I can try not to steal one from you. You know, we keep picking out West. There's one I'd like to pick that's earlier in the day, but I'm gonna go out West because I have a
Okay.
better feeling about this one. Utah plays in Provo at BYU, the Fighting Mormons.
Oh, that one.
You know what? Give me the Fighting Joseph Smiths.
We're getting deep in our history lesson today.
No, we just watched too much
Um,
South Park around here. Dum 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 dum.
used to, used to. It's been a while since I've seen Matt and Trey's stuff, but not because it's bad. Just I'm busy. So you are taking? Are you taking BYU?
I'm taking the Joseph Smiths. Yes, right.
Okay, I was making sure I got my religious history right. Um, I I think they're the better team, but wasn't it Utah that blew out my Sun Devils? Didn't you just
Utah
tell me
blew them out.
that?
It's a 51 to 49% chance. Yeah, I mean, you are not wrong. But I think
Yeah,
just well-roundedness of
give me
BYU.
Utah then.
Hey, I don't
Give
blame
me
you.
Utah on the road.
About to say the only loss has been to Texas Tech, but they've not played a whole lot of teams outside of that. It's gonna be close, but I like my pick of BYU. College football's fun when BYU is having a good season. So what's your last
Absolutely.
pick?
My last one is a noon kickoff on the Alphabet Station.
I figured that's the one
Number
you'd pick.
10 LSU at number 17 Vandy. I very much would love Vandy to win this, but give me the LSU Go Tigers to
I,
pull this off up in enemy territory.
not so fast, my friend. Uh, I honestly think Clark has got that team playing great at Vandy. Yeah, they've lost a game. I mean, we saw it. They lost 16 to Alabama. I picked Alabama to lose that game because I believed in them that much. Clark Lee's got them playing great. Uh, I mean, I'm gonna go for it. They got a tough couple of games. They got LSU, they got Missouri, they got Texas, Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee to finish out the year. That's a tough schedule. But let's let Clark Lee win this game, and the hot take of the year is Penn State's got a chance to do the funniest thing of all time and hire another Vanderbilt coach. I'm calling it now. Watch him have a heck of a season, and Penn State calls him.
So you're going Vandy?
I'm going Vandy because why
All right.
not?
I know we have just a couple seconds. You got UGA to win this game. Any kind of score?
Yes. Uh, close again. Unless if we're up by 7.5, it's a three-score game at the end. Give me 31-14, and bye. Go Dogs.
31-24. Not